Hey guys, so I made it home for spring break and it's been great so far. I got home last night and I'm not ready at all, if you can tell. I wanted to do a quick introduction to this vlog. I'm going to be doing the Rereadathon, hosted by Murphy Napier and a bunch of other people that she has involved. I don't know if I'll be like taking part in a ton of the giveaways and stuff. I probably will at least look. Primarily I'm focused on getting books read. I probably won't, it starts tomorrow, so I probably won't have my TBR solidified until tonight, and I'll show you it then. I have a few books that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do, but now that I'm home I can look at my books and remember what I've read in my life, and so I'll figure that out later. But I did want to do a quick book haul because Barnes & Noble had a book haul blowout sale of 50% off, a couple hundred books, and they weren't all like old books. A lot of them were actually new releases and things like that. So I got some while making a deal with myself that at the end of the semester, I can buy one book because I'll be stressed and I'll need some retail therapy. And beyond that, I can't spend any more money on stuff like this until I go to England and Scotland where I'll get souvenirs. So that's my deal with myself. So these are the last books you'll have seen me buy for a while, hopefully, if I remain true to my goals. The first one is The Lost Queen by Signa Pike. I don't think I said that right. This follows the twin sister, I don't know how you say her name, Langworth, whose twin brother is the man who would go on to inspire the legend of Merlin. And so I don't know if it's completely a King Arthur retelling. I don't know, but it sounds really good. Then I have The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery by Gabrielle Zevin, which is a story that follows this man, A.J. Fickery, whose life isn't what he thought it would be. He owns a bookstore and the sales are dropping. He just had his prized collection of Edgar Allan Poe works stolen, and he receives a mysterious package one day that I'm sure takes him on an interesting adventure. So I'm excited to read this. I've heard really good things about it. Then I have here A Secret History of Witches by Louisa Morgan. This follows like it's a historical fiction fantasy, so it follows like 5 generations of these women who are witches and just how magic influences their lives. I don't know much beyond that, but this one was one I considered when I went to Barnes & Noble a few weeks ago with my mom and sister, and it was one that after I left I kept thinking about because I really wanted it. This is really the one that made me take part in the Barnes & Noble book haul blowout sale because I wasn't going to, because I was like, oh, I just went to Barnes & Noble, I can have self-control, but then I saw this was on there and I had been really wanting it, so I got it, and 3 other books, so. And the last book I'm going to show is Sold on a Monday by Christina McMorris. This follows, it's based on a picture that was taken and put in a newspaper back in during the Great Depression of this house with a sign on its front porch that says 2 children for sale. And we follow the reporter that takes this picture as, I don't know if we follow his story because it says that he takes this picture because it reminds him of his own story and of his own past. And so I don't know if we follow his story or something else. It's a little vague on that point, but it sounds like it will wreck my heart. I don't think I've read a book taking place during the Great Depression in a long time, so I'm interested to see what this is like. Hey guys, so I'm ready now and I look human again, so I just thought I'd give a quick rundown of what today looks like. My sister is doing a dance competition that I'm going to go support her in since I don't get to see very many of them since I live a little further away, and so I'll be going to that in a few hours, but while I'm there will be a lot of dances that aren't my sister's, so we'll leave my house at like 2:30 and go and be there till like 10 at night, or not even 10:45, so like almost 11 at night is when we're gonna come home. So during that time I'm sure I'll get bored. So I'm planning on finishing the book I'm currently reading, which is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. This is a Polish fairy tale retelling following a girl who lives in this valley that's surrounded by this dangerous wood that has super scary powers and attacks people. And so there's this wizard that's over this valley who every 10 years requires them to send in a girl who will serve him for 10 years and when she comes out, she's never the same. She always wants to leave the valley and leave her family. Anyway, it's super good. I only have like 100 pages left, and so I wanted to finish it before the Rereadathon starts tomorrow. I'm sure I'll be able to finish it fairly quickly, and I love it so far, I will say that. Yeah, the characters are great, the world is super interesting, and the wood is definitely terrifying. Just in case I finish that while I'm there, I also decided to just start the Rereadathon right after if I want to continue reading. And one book that I definitely know, I still am not totally solid on my readathon choices, but I'll probably film those choices later, either tonight if I have the energy for it, or tomorrow. But I definitely know I want to read The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. My dad read this series to me when I was younger, and I have never read it on my own. So I was like, well, may as well try again. And I really want to read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But I was like, I may as well read them chronologically. So I'm gonna read this one and probably The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and that will answer the question of a childhood favorite. So excited about that. And up until then, I have a couple hours before we're going, so I'm probably going to get my books that I just bought from Barnes & Noble, find places for them on my shelves, and some of the books I read at college that I'm done with that I'm leaving here, I'll also have to put those away. I might film a little bit of my sister's dance, and yeah, it'll be fun. So talk to you later. Hey guys, so it is Sunday night, and I didn't end up filming very much today because there was a lot of stuff going on with family and stuff. So I didn't end up really getting a good start on the Rereadathon. I did finish Uprooted during my sister's dance recital, well, competition, and it was so good. I loved the ending. I just loved it. I'll talk a little bit more about it in my March wrap-up, but I wanted to do a quick little update on my Rereadathon TBR. I am kind of worried that I'm going to be burnt out about this readathon, meaning I feel like I'm not in a reading slump. I want to read, but I just don't know if I'm going to be in the mood to reread the whole week. I feel like I might end up wanting to read other books. So, because it's my spring break, I don't want to like force myself to read anything, but I do have the books I'm going to be planning on reading. We'll see if I actually do it. I'm fulfilling 3 of the challenges, of the 7 challenges. The first of which is an old favorite. I mentioned this before. I will be reading The Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I decided I'm just going to count them both as one book because I really just want to read this one, but I want to read them in chronological order. So, going to read both of these and count it as one book. They won't take me very long. And then I have a childhood favorite, which is a series of unfortunate events, book 6, I believe. Yes. So before, I don't know if I mentioned this before. If I haven't, I'll briefly explain it again. So I served a religious mission for 18 months where I basically served people, told them a little bit about my beliefs, and invited them to learn more. And during that time, I didn't have time to read. I wasn't even allowed to read anything outside of the religious books, religious texts. So I didn't read very much, but before my mission, before that time, I did reread the first 5 of a series of unfortunate events, and I feel like I remember them well enough to just start up again on the 6th one. So I have that one here, and for the last challenge I'm going to be doing is giving a book a second chance, and for that I'm doing An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This isn't giving it a second chance because I didn't like it. It's more like it's been so long since I read it, and the second book came out and the 3rd one came out last year, and I just am not pumped about reading them because I don't really remember this one very well. I remember loving it, but I don't remember much about what happens. So I was thinking I'd maybe read this one, but this one's a little longer, and again, I don't know if I'll be in the mood for it. So basically my plan right now is tonight I'm going to get started on The Magician's Nephew and basically read these 2 for sure, and then I'll see after I finish these 2 if I'm like, yeah, I think I'll keep reading the books I have on my TBR, or if I'm like, man, there's another book on my shelf that's a strong man, I'll just pick that up. So we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, so I just got ready. It's like 9:30, I think it's more like 10 actually now. And I am planning on filming a little bit today. I was able to read a little bit of The Magician's Nephew, which was good, last night before I fell asleep. I mean, I went to bed at like, when I filmed last night, it was like midnight. So I didn't stay up super a ton later reading, but I did read a little bit, and I'm planning on reading today. My dad is turning 50 this week, so we're doing a little party for him, which should be interesting. So that's basically my day. While I'm here, I'm planning on filming a bunch of videos so I can just fill up the rest of the semester pretty much. I mean, I won't be able to film my wrap-ups, obviously, but I'm trying to at least film as many videos as possible while I'm here so that I don't have to worry about it so much at college. So yes, that is what we're doing today, and I'll keep you updated on my reading. So it's the end of Monday, and I didn't read anything today. I'm probably gonna read for the next hour or so before I go to sleep. But my dad had his 50th birthday party-ish type thing for neighbors and extended family. So we were just preparing for that all day. Plus, tomorrow some homies are going to come and paint the main floor of our house. So we were having to get things off the walls as well. So it was just a long day, and I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to read much today. I hoped I would, but it didn't work out. I was able to film a couple of videos. I filmed one video with my brothers, two of my brothers, and I was so mad because it took like 40 minutes to film, and I accidentally had my microphone on mute. So, you can't hear any of it, so we're gonna have to refilm the whole thing. So now I get to do that this week, which is fine. I only have including that one, I have 3 other videos. So, and I have the whole week to film them, so it will be fine, but it was a little frustrating. I also wanted to update, I think I'm falling into a bit of a reading slump, and this usually happens when I feel like I'm forcing myself to read something I'm not in the mood for. I'm the biggest mood reader I know, meaning that I read based on my mood. Like, I cannot force myself to read anything. If I try to force myself to read anything, I often end up falling into a reading slump. So I still think I'm gonna read The Magician's Nephew. I started that last night, and I'm liking it so far. And I feel like I'm motivated enough to read that, and I may end up still reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Those were the 2 books I most wanted to reread this week. So if I can read those, I'll feel successful in this readathon. But I think beyond that, I'm just going to read whatever I want to. Again, I'm feeling slight reading slump coming on, and I don't want to fall into a reading slump. Hey guys, it is the next day. I'm currently in my mom's room because our house, let me actually show you, covered in stuff because we're painting. So, I just have been chilling in here with my mom pretty much all day, and I've been able to read quite a bit. I mean, not as much as I would have liked to, because like I said, I feel a reading slump coming on. But I feel like reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe won't wreck me too bad as far as the reading slump goes. So I did finish The Magician's Nephew. I enjoyed it. It's interesting. You can definitely tell this was written after like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe because of the way it mentions different things happening. It's been so long since I read this, I didn't really remember it that well. There were a few things I did remember, but I did like it. I liked the backstory element and the connection to the Adam and Eve story that it had. It was very interesting. So I did start The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I'm only 20 pages into it, I think. But I'm liking it so far. I'm going to finish this, and then I think I'm just gonna pick up whatever I'm in the mood for next. We'll see how that goes. I was going to take a bath because sometimes I do better reading in the bathtub, but my mom is bringing food home, and I just realized it was like dinner time. So I was like, oh yeah, I should probably just wait for that and then do what I want to do. It's been a fairly okay day, really relaxing, especially after the past couple days, which have been a little crazy. So there is my update for right now. So it's Wednesday, and sorry if you hear people talking in the background or the wind outside because it's bad weather and the people are still working on our house. So I just thought I'd give a quick update. I didn't end up updating last night because I was just tired and I wanted to get to sleep. So yesterday I was able to finish both The Magician's Nephew, I think I mentioned that, and then I also did finish The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe last night. I was struggling to figure out what I wanted to read next, if I was going to continue rereading stuff or if I wanted to just start something new. But I ended up deciding to just start rereading Prince Caspian, the next book. Well, I decided as I continue reading the Chronicles of Narnia series, I want to read them in the order they were published because I feel like it just feels a little more natural to me. So I'm reading Prince Caspian. It's been really good so far. When I first read or had my dad read Prince Caspian to me when I was younger, the movie hadn't come out yet. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe had, so I was able to compare a little bit better there, but this one hadn't been out yet. So I'm really curious to read this and see the connections with the movie and see how closely it follows. So far, it follows fairly closely. I'm only like just under 50 pages in, so not super far. I'm thinking after I read this one, though, I'm going to just pick up something else. I don't know when I'm going to continue on with the Chronicles of Narnia series, but probably eventually. I'd like to get through all of them at some point. I'm going to be filming later today, and then, I don't know, we're just kind of chilling while this painting is going on because it's really hard to go anywhere while they're here. Unless we absolutely have to, and like food is a struggle right now because everything's covered up so we can't cook. And yeah, it's been interesting, but I do have a hair appointment later tonight that I'm excited for. I'm getting a trim and then probably something else. I have no idea what else is going to be done to my hair because my cousin does my hair and I'm just telling her to just do whatever she wants. So possibly in the next clip, probably in the next clip, my hair will be different. I don't know how it will be different, but it will be different. I am kind of getting hungry, so I hope the homies go out for lunch soon because I want lunch. So anyway, life. Hey guys, it's Thursday and I haven't been updating this whole day because our house was getting painted. And today we weren't allowed in the house because all the doors were being sealed off. So they finally finished and I did finish Prince Caspian. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure, towards the beginning I wasn't sure how I was feeling about it, but I ended up really liking it. I actually think I might like it more than The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, just because of like character development, and I felt like I just felt like I grasped the characters better, and they had a little bit more, all four of them had more of an internal struggle, which I appreciated, as the first one, it was mostly just Edmund who had that. So I liked the character development. I felt the world building and history building of just this whole series is amazing. Let me see if I can steady this. I'm gonna try to hold this a little bit more steady. Sorry if it doesn't actually work very well. But I am now reading, I think I'm done with the rereading for now. I feel pretty good about reading 3 books, especially with the reading slump and stuff that I was dealing with. But I think I'm going to pick up The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. This basically follows a boy who lives in Spain, and his dad takes him when he's a child to get a book and called The Shadow of the Wind, and he reads it growing up and loves it, and he starts to recognize that his life is starting to reflect the book a little bit with all this mysterious stuff going on, and like all the copies of this book are disappearing, basically, are being burned. It sounds really good. I've heard it's beautiful. It's fairly long, to be honest. Like, it's over 450 pages. Also, the pages have tiny writing, so I'm sure this will take me longer than just the rest of spring break, but I am just going to at least start it. I think for now, though, I'm going to take a break from reading because I am just tired. I think I'm just going to kind of relax and help my mom out if she needs it, and I will update you more later. We're going to my brother's talent show. Him and his friends are singing a Beach Boys song. I think they might just be lip syncing or maybe just dancing to it. Anyway, I'm excited. It should be great. Hey guys, so it is like 10 o'clock at night on Thursday. Sorry, the lighting's so bad. I just have my lamp on right now because I don't want to set up lighting for a vlog clip. Anyway, My brother is currently upstairs doing homework because he was in a great talent show, which I showed a small clip of, I'm pretty sure. So solid. But he hasn't been home all day, so he's doing homework. And since he is upstairs doing homework, I feel like I can do a quick, louder vlog post because I'm having a moment. So the past little while, I've been a Hufflepuff is my Hogwarts house. And recently I've started to feel like I'm more of a Ravenclaw, and it's real stressing me out. Like, first of all, I mean, if I'm a Ravenclaw, that's fine. I mean, I look better in blue than I do in yellow, so it will work out just fine. But I just want to know, you know, so I can, like, be prepared. So, what I'm currently doing, I have opened up you can't see that very well at all, so I just won't do that. But it is the quiz that has all the Pottermore questions, because if you ever have used Pottermore, it only does like half the questions per person, and so it changes every time. So I feel like this will be nice. I saw Hailey on Hailey in Bookland do this quiz with Zoe and, oh, what's her name? Hannah. Zoe and Hannah, who are part of the Bookmarked group, do a thing where they had Hailey be forced into Slytherin. And I was just like, oh, I should just try. I just want to know. I just want to retry and just see if like it has changed. Because part of me, like I said, part of me feels like it has, but I could be wrong. So we're gonna try. Oh, according to this, I'm extremely Ravenclaw, 89%. So there you have it. I'm officially considered a Ravenclaw. I did get, my second highest was Hufflepuff, then Slytherin, and Gryffindor was the lowest with 26%. So interesting. Now I know. Now you know. Cool. Hey guys, so it's Friday. Last night I was able to do some editing and read some of The Shadow of the Wind, which I'm obsessed with this book. I'm literally only like 30 pages into it, and it's the most beautiful writing I've read in a long time. I guess Naomi Novik was pretty good too. But so good. I hope it holds my interest because so far I'm absolutely loving it. I'll probably do some reading today. I sell Mary Kay and I was going to do a party today, but it looks like nobody's gonna be able to come. So I'll probably just read and do a few other things, some filming. I have a couple more videos to film before I go back to school, so I'll probably do that. But after last night and finding out I'm more of a Ravenclaw now than a Hufflepuff, I'm just debating if I'm just gonna stay a Hufflepuff, because I feel like I'm enough of a Hufflepuff that I can say that still, or if I'm gonna change to a Ravenclaw. Part of me feels like I'm just, yeah, gonna stick with Hufflepuff, but I'm gonna take a poll, I decided, from my family, and see what the verdict is, if I should just accept Ravenclaw now, or if I should just stick with being a Hufflepuff. I don't know. We'll just see. I'm going to be filming their responses today and putting them in here, so we'll see. By the end of today, I will have officially decided on my Hogwarts house that I'm just gonna stick with. Again, I think I'm leaning towards just sticking with Hufflepuff, but I do want to see what everybody else says. So Noah, you have heard my conundrum. What is your vote? My vote is Hufflepuff because he just was working out, if you're wondering why he's gasping for air. My vote is Hufflepuff because whenever I make very controversial jokes, you always express empathy and try to educate me. And Noah, maybe some people might get their feelings hurt by that. I'm like, you know what, Tori? You're right. But in the end, I think that is a very Hufflepuff thing to say. Okay. So, Hufflepuff. Okay, Claire. Now you've heard my conundrum. What is your vote?
I think that you'd be Hufflepuff because you just look like it.
I look like a Hufflepuff.
That's the only answer I can come up with.
Alright, Sam, what is your vote?
Ravenclaw.
Why?
Because I'm in it.
It's a point. And you're lonely, huh, Sam?
I'm alone.
You're the only Ravenclaw in the whole family.
Lonely loner.
Oh, now you're starting to swing me the other direction. I was pretty sure I was going to do Hufflepuff. But that's true. I feel like we need multiple of each house. I guess Sam's kind of, I mean, Jace is kind of alone. And
yeah, but
too.
Craig's alone in everything.
Except he's not actually a Slytherin.
I know.
Pretty sure he's a Hufflepuff.
He probably is.
He's more of a Hufflepuff. Claire's probably a Slytherin.
Pops is a Hufflepuff, right?
He's Gryffindor.
That's what I meant.
I could see both, so.
And Mom's a Hufflepuff. Claire's a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, that's what she got, but I'm pretty dang sure she's a Slytherin.
Yeah, she's kind of evil.
No, more like she's ambitious.
Or that.
Okay, so you're the only Ravenclaw so far, by the way. Claire and Noah just said Hufflepuff.
No. They're not the middle child like me.
So your vote counts for more?
Yes.
Because in most of life it doesn't.
Yep.
Hey Mom, what's your vote?
Alright, you might have to explain to me again the difference between Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff.
Okay, so Ravenclaw is more like they value intelligence and like wisdom and being smart about things, basically. And then Hufflepuffs are like kind and like selfless.
What if I want to do a mixture?
I mean, if I went to Hogwarts though, I want to be both. See, but like there's Hermione who's in Gryffindor, but she's kind of a Ravenclaw-ish.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
like, you know,
I would still say Hufflepuff, I think.
Hufflepuff.
That's my vote.
Dad, what do you think?
Well, I think there's some definite overlap between those two. And so you could kind of go either way, and I think it's your choice, but I think I still like Hufflepuff.
Okay, Jace, what is your vote? You're the last one.
Hufflepuff.
Oh, Sam, you lost 6-1.
Hey guys, final update for the day. I did a little bit of reading. I only really got 50 pages into The Shadow of the Wind. Still loving it. As you saw, I did my little poll to see if I should remain in Hufflepuff or accept being a Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff won by a landslide, and I figure, you know, when I was of the age that I would have actually been at Hogwarts, I was a Hufflepuff. So, may as well maintain that. I will say also, my life will be a lot easier if I stay in Hufflepuff, considering my channel name is Hufflepuff Discovery. So yeah, we'll just stick with Hufflepuff. So that might have been kind of underwhelming to go through all that and end up being the same as I was before, but that's just how it worked out. I was going to read a little bit tonight, but I'm real tired, and I think I'm just going to get to sleep. Hey guys, so it is Saturday, and I decided to do a different background. I'm doing my Harry Potter collection. Maybe I'll do a quick tour because I don't think I've shown it off yet. I just wanted to give a quick update. I didn't grab something. Sorry if I'm in a different place. I just forgot to grab book I'm reading, The Shadow of the Wind. I didn't really read much. I read a few more pages last night, but not a ton. I'm really liking it. It's starting to get a little creepy, which makes me excited. I don't like horror books, but I do like slightly creepy things in books, so excited about that. I probably will read some of this today. It is my dad's birthday. We're planning on seeing Captain Marvel later and then going out to dinner, so I am pumped. That should be fun. And we're also having Indian food for dinner, which we don't get very much, and I am really excited. I love Indian food, so pumped about that as well. I thought I would really quick show you the books I'm gonna take back to school with me as my TBR for the rest of the semester. If you don't know what TBR means, it means to be read, so it's just the list of books that you have to read. So obviously I'll be bringing The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón because I'm currently reading it and I'm definitely not going to finish it by tomorrow. So yes. Then I have The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is a hunker of a book, but I've just heard such good things about it and I'm kind of in the mood for it. Plus it's one I got before my mission, which I believe I've mentioned before that one of my goals is to read this year all the books I purchased before my mission, which there's not very many of them left, so I feel okay about that. But this is one of them, so I'd like to pick this up soon, and we'll see if I actually do, because sometimes, especially towards like finals week, I might not want to read a massive book like this. This one is a fantasy that follows a man who's super well known. He's done incredible things. There's like legends about him. Super old man now, and this chronicler comes by and asks to hear his story. And so essentially over 3 days of time this series occurs and he tells his life story. So this first book is the first day of him telling the story, and he talks about his childhood, essentially. The next book will follow his like young adult years, and then the last book his older adult years. So, which the last book hasn't come out, and who knows when it's going to. So hopefully I don't get too attached. Next, I have here a Thomas Hardy book, The Hand of Ethelberta. Yes, I know this cover is super ugly, but it's what I got. So anyway, I don't really know exactly what this follows, but I'm trying to read all of Thomas Hardy's books before I die, because there's a ton of them. I'm trying to read at least one a year, at least. I can read more than one a year if I desire, but I've been kind of in the mood for him, and this one's a comedy, kind of. It's a humorous story, more humorous than his other stuff, and I've read 2 tragedies by him, and 1 love story that was intense, but ended happy. So I'm like, I want to read one that's probably gonna end happy, and is a little bit more humorous than some of the others, so excited about that. Next, I'm going to be bringing with me The Storied Life of A.J. Vickery by Gabrielle Zeffin. This is more because it's a shorter book and the other books I'm bringing with me are longer. I do have 3 books I left at school that I didn't bring back just because I was like, I probably will still want to read them down here. I also just really like books about books, just like The Shadow of the Wind, and so I'm excited to pick this one up. Then I have Dangerous by Shannon Hale, which is a young adult sci-fi about a NASA camp where a girl discovers that there's this huge conspiracy in NASA that could destroy the world, so she has to figure that out using science. And I don't read very much science fiction, plus I really want to read all of Shannon Hale's young adult and adult books, so this is the only book I have by her that I haven't read yet, so I want to read this as soon as possible. Plus I got it before my mission, so another book I need to read by the end of this year anyway. So I'm just going to be taking that with me. And the last book I'm going to be bringing with me is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is a historical fiction set in World War II in Paris, I believe, where these 2 sisters kind of are dealing with different things in the war. I don't know the specifics of it, and I don't really want to because I like, especially with historical fictions, I like to know very little. Enough to know whether or not I'd actually be interested, but anyway, I am excited to pick this up. It sounds amazing, and I've heard nothing but good things. I did read Magic Hour by Kristen Hanna and absolutely loved it, so I'm expecting to really like this. Hopefully I actually do, because that would be sad. So yes, those are the ones I'm bringing to school with me, and then I have 3 others still down there. I will update you guys later. I probably will show off our Indian food and whatever. We'll see. So yes.
Okay, since I just mentioned it, I think I'm going to give you a quick rundown of my Harry Potter collection. There's Santa because I haven't been here since Christmas and I'm too lazy to take him down. Anyway, but up here, first of all, we have my Marauders map. I got that because I got a huge Barnes & Noble gift card, and I was like, I will never get this with my own money, but with a gift card, freak yeah, I'll get it. So I did. Then I have this Fantastic Beasts magnet. Pretty exciting. And this I got on my mission, actually. One of my less actives, or one of the people I worked with who is struggling a little bit with whether or not they want to stay in the church and stuff, sold stuff like this, so I got one and it's beautiful. Then I have my most recent American editions. I'm not going to show you all, but I will show you the first one. So all of them have like Harry with like other people in like a setting on the front, and then on the back they have like the back of Harry in another setting plus like a quote. So I really like them. Also, I just like the fact that it makes Hogwarts on the spines when they're together. It's cool. Then I have the original American covers. I'm sure you've seen these, so I'm not going to show them or anything, but they're pretty. I like them. They're like the ones I grew up reading, so it's good. And then I have a nice little lantern, which I felt like went nicely with the Hogwarts theme, and I didn't really know where else to put this lantern when I was reorganizing my room a while ago, so it went here. Then I have the UK children's covers, which are like more recent. I'll show you my favorites once I move this stuff. So first of all, it says Philosopher's Stone, which I feel like don't understand why Americans are considered too stupid to know what a philosopher is, but it's fine. My 2 favorites are probably this one, the third one. I just like the Patronus and everything. My other favorite is the Order of the Phoenix because they're on the cool thestrals, and I just like the red color. It's pretty. So much nerdiness coming out in this video. It's fine. Then I have The Cursed Child, which I don't love. If you've read it, you probably know why I don't love it. It's because it's not really Harry Potter, but it's fine. I kept it. Then I have the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, which is super exciting. I've only made like 1 or 2 things out of it here, but I like it. It's fun. Then I have here my Harry Potter coloring book, which I haven't drawn very much in, but I kind of started working on... Oh, maybe I didn't actually. I thought I started working on this, but apparently I didn't. Anyway, super fun. And then I have my illustrated editions. If you haven't seen these, they are so pretty. I absolutely love them. They're just full of illustrations from the books, like the hippogriffs, and oh, they're just so pretty. The 4th one's going to come out this year, and I'm so pumped. Anyway, so that's Prisoner of Azkaban, and Chamber of Secrets, and Sorcerer's Stone. So pretty. I'm obsessed with Harry Potter, if you can't tell. And then this poster, if you're wondering what this is, my brother Jace got it for me while I was on my mission, actually. He had a, what's it called? A book fair, and they were selling this, and he was like, I want to get it for Tori, which is so cute. He's such a sweetie. I also have a few other posters. I'm not completely sure where they are. I think they might be in my closet, but I don't want to get them out right now. But they are, I have one of Fred and George, one of Luna, one of Remus Lupin. I think I have one of Hermione and Ron too. I don't know. But there you go. That's my Harry Potter shrine. It's great. Anyway. Hey guys, I was gonna vlog during dinner, but I didn't. Sam and I, there's Sam in his weird Snuggie sweatshirt.
It's a huggy.
It's a Huggy?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Serious.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, I got it from volleyball.
What? That's sweet. It looks like you have a kangaroo pouch.
So
Is that what that is?
it's just a pocket.
We're getting Prince Caspian because since I just read it, I'm going to watch it. We had some wonderful Indian food. It was solid. We had to walk half a mile to get it because we went to one Indian place, but the wait was like an hour to get seated. So we were like, well, there's another Indian place. Let's just go to that one. So we did. Also saw Captain Marvel. It was pretty good. Probably one of my favorite Marvel movies now. It was awesome. Huh, Sam?
Yes.
What'd you think?
It was bueno.
It was bueno?
See.
So, yes, that's it. I'll probably wrap this up tomorrow. We're heading home. Hopefully this vlog isn't terribly long. I feel like it's going to be really long though. Sorry if it is, but you know, it was a whole week of stuff, so things happen. Hey guys, so it's been a week since I had spring break, and I'm finally getting around to finishing this vlog up. Sorry if you hear any noises behind me. My roommates are cooking and stuff like that. So anyway, I just thought I'd do a really quick wrap up from spring break. I ended up reading 750 pages, which I feel good about. I feel like I probably could have read more, but like I said multiple times in my video, I was kind of feeling a little reading slumpy, not to the extreme that I didn't want to read at all, but I did struggle a little bit to get myself to read. So that being said, I ended up finishing one book, reading 3 books for the Rereadathon, and starting a 5th book. The first book I finished during the spring break was Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I really enjoyed this. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because I have my wrap-up I'll be doing soon. I will say that I absolutely loved this. I love Naomi Novik's writing. It was beautiful. The story was gorgeous. The characters were very interesting, and I really, really enjoyed it. I think I gave it like 4.75 out of 5 stars. Then I only have with me Prince Caspian, but I did read Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe as well for the Rereadathon. I really enjoyed all of them. I think I gave The Magician's Nephew 3 stars, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe I gave 4 stars, and Prince Caspian I gave 5 stars, so just kept going up, which was really nice. I just love Narnia and seeing these characters grow and become stronger and more mature and more confident in who they are, and it's just wonderful, and I love the religious symbolism in it. I think it's really powerful. And then towards the end of the week, I was able to start The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I really have enjoyed this so far. I haven't read much since coming home because I've been listening to some audiobooks instead, and I've been really busy with homework, but I am really enjoying it still, and I am excited to finish it and see what my final thoughts are. And that is it for my spring break. It was really fun. I really enjoyed Captain Marvel. I felt like the story was very interesting, especially considering everything that's going on elsewhere in the Marvel Universe right now. I felt like I wasn't sure about getting a first movie in a new superhero series in there, like if it was going to be kind of underwhelming after everything, but I felt like they did a really great job keeping the action up. I feel like Captain Marvel's a very interesting character. I really liked the humor in it as well. It definitely made me laugh, and I felt like I got to know Fury a little bit more, which was really awesome, and Coulson, and I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out if you're interested in superheroes and stuff like that. I know not everybody is, but if you are, definitely try it out, and I will see you guys actually in a few days when I post my next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!